Yeah, Baza YouTube, what's up? How's it going, everybody? Have for y'all today one intense and very good Uber's Wi-Fi battle I had against Syvird off of my Discord. Apologize if I butchered your name, my guy. But before I get into the battle, if you guys may have missed my little like 20k update video thingy that I uploaded before this, would encourage you guys to go check that out, which is about like 6 minutes long. So if you have the time, check that out. If not, then hey, it's awesome, we hit 20k, so thank you everybody again. So yeah, this is a pretty cool Uber's team I got from the amazing Mo. Now this was back when I was still having problems with not being able to get my Arceus to go through Wi-Fi. So this team was originally supposed to have stealth rocking Arceus Grass instead of Lunala, and as you saw from my opponent's team, he has a Ho-Oh. And I have no stealth rocks going into this battle, so automatically I'm at a huge, like very bad disadvantage because Ho-Oh is one of the scariest mons in Ubers to face, especially if you don't have stealth rocks or something to switch into its dual stab. So that automatically was giant threat number one. Also, Primal Kyogre is absurdly terrifying, so I'm gonna be leading off with my Ho-Oh, expecting him to actually lead off with his Yveltal because I've seen a lot of lead Yveltals, but he actually ends up leading off with the Mega Deontay. Now Mega Deontay is not Ubers, but it's definitely very viable in Ubers like Magearna, for example. So he does end up just Mega Evolving this turn. There was no chance I was gonna risk staying in with my Ho-Oh. Like, I was really not in a position where I should have done that in the first place. Like, yeah, he gets up rocks for free, which are going to be really annoying, but it's not really that big of an issue considering that the only thing affected by rocks is my Ho-Oh. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Fire Blast this turn, expecting him to switch out here in fear of me going for the Precipice Blade, as I am able to catch the incoming Yveltal. It turns out that he is a more bulky set. Defensive Yveltal is actually pretty amazing in Ubers, man. That thing takes a lot of hits surprisingly well, and I will be able to outspeed him this next turn because Mo did put enough speed EVs, the amazing Mo, not the heated Mo, put enough speed EVs in this to outspeed a defensive Yveltal, which is excellent because I will be able to get rid of the Yveltal as he ends up bringing in the Primal Kyogre here. At this point, all I was thinking was, what do I sack on my team? And realistically, Ho-Oh is probably gonna be the least helpful to me in this match. In the rain, I can't go for Sacred Fire, I can't Brave Bird or Sacred Fire because of the Mega Deontay, so Ho-Oh's not really gonna be doing too much in this battle. So as much as it pains me, I am gonna have to sack off my Ho-Oh here. This is still one of the best nicknames ever, I might add, as I just get obliterated by a Origin Pulse. I was gonna say Primarina Z move for some reason, but yeah, he blows me back with an Origin Pulse. This is not too bad though because I do get a free switch back into my Primal Groudon, so I will be able to get rid of his Rain and prevents him from going for his water stab moves, which puts me in a pretty solid position. What I can do here is possibly go for a Precipice Blade. I can also go straight for the Fire Blast. I don't have any rock type move on this Groudon, so my best bet is to go for the Fire Blast here, as he does end up switching directly into the Ho-Oh. Do get a little lucky and I get a crit. This is nice because now if he goes for the Brave Bird this turn, the combination of Brave Bird recoil and Fire Blast damage might actually be able to knock him out. So that's a risk I am willing to take, but he does make a good play here, the correct play most likely, in bringing back in the Primal Kyogre. There was also a chance that he was just scouting out to see if I had the Rock Tomb or the Stone Edge, so I should have probably expected him to bring in the Kyogre here, and I'm just hoping that maybe I will be faster than him so I can get off some damage on this Primal Kyogre, because so long as this thing is at full HP, there's not really anything that I have that's going to be able to one-shot him outside of possibly the Z move from my Necrozma. So I'm gonna bring in my Xerneas here, just wanting to force him out and try to get off damage on whatever was going to potentially come in, whether it would have been this Magearna or the Ho-Oh. I do end up missing the Thunder there, which is a little bit annoying because as you're gonna see this turn, Thunder actually does a pretty solid chunk of damage. Like, that was a solid, like, what, maybe 25-ish%, as I do end up getting the 30% para hacks there, but you're gonna see that that really doesn't benefit me at all. Unless he ends up getting fully paralyzed on like some crucial turns, then the Parahax isn't that important, considering that Magearna is already pretty much slower than everything in the Uber's tier just about. So I'm going to try and go for the Thunder here again on the options that maybe he wanted to scout out for the Hidden Power Fire, which I did actually have Hidden Power Fire, so maybe I should have just gone straight for that, considering that I could have also Thundered the Ho as it switched in, or the Primal Kyogre afterwards anyway. So yeah, maybe Thundering there was just a bit of a questionable play on my part. I guess it was also the chance that maybe he was going to try to bring in his Necrozma in hopes to not mess around with Parahaxes, but he does end up knocking me out with another Floral Cannon, I believe, as this will give me a switch into my Necrozma here. Now this is luckily Ultra Burst Necrozma, Ultra Necrozma essentially, so I have to Ultra Burst this turn because I do have the Heat Wave. Thanks to Ultra Necrozma's ability, any move that does super effective damage is boosted. I believe it's boosted by 1.2, so essentially it's like Ultra Necrozma has a permanent Expert Belt on it, which is pretty cool. So I will luckily be able to pick up the KO here on the Magearna because he wasn't Assault Vested. I was going to be able to easily knock him out there, as he ends up bringing in his own Necrozma here, and I'm thinking, alright, if this is Ultra Necrozma and I can win a Speed tie here, I can get off a giant amount of damage, maybe knock him out with my Light that burns the sky. So that is a risk I'm willing to take because I am on the back foot in this game. I've been on the back foot of this battle this entire match essentially because, again, I don't have rocks, I can't get rid of rocks, and that Ho-Oh just has free reign to kind of come in and blow my team back. So I'm forced to go for the Light that burns the sky here, in my opinion. And again, it was a risk I was willing to take against his Ultra Necrozma. If it was Ultra Necrozma, if it was regular Necrozma, then there was a good chance that maybe he wouldn't have been able to do too much to me here. But he makes a good switch here into the Deontay, and I'm going to go ahead, hurl my giant ass Spirit Bomb here and just annihilate this Mega Deontay. And I'm actually really happy that the Z move actually got a KO here, which is pretty awesome. So I will be able to get rid of the Deontay, although I guess Deontay wasn't doing entirely too much, considering that I do have a Lucario on the back and I do still have Marshadow left. So yeah, once Xerneas was gone and my Ho was gone, the usefulness of his Deontay wasn't very much, as I will be able to Photon Geyser the Ho-Oh here, gets a little lucky again, and I get a crit. Now, I'm not actually too sure if that crit mattered. I really think that with all the Brave Bird recoil he would have taken, that he would have still knocked himself out here. But if he had just barely lived, I would have been able to most likely bring in my Marshadow or bring in my Lucario here to revenge kill him, or whatever he brought in didn't safely switch in to any attack coming from my Marshadow or my Mega Lucario if the Ho had lived. And I'm pretty sure he was banded, because I think if he was Scarfed, there was no way he would have been able to just one-shot me there. So on the double down, I bring in Lucario as he ends up bringing in the Kyogre. Depending on the spread that he is, I think I actually have a chance to knock him out with an Adaptability Stabbed Close Combat. But because I am Jolly, if he's running HP investment or any defense investment, I think he does still live any move I want to go for. I'll probably put the calc on screen for you guys. So I'm just going to go for the Close Combat, just hoping to get off enough damage on the Kyogre. But he actually ends up switching into his Necrozma here. Now, the only issue at this point in the battle is that it's kind of a 50-50 on whether or not he's gonna Ultra Burst here, because he doesn't have leftovers. But if he's Weakness Policy, then I probably lose to this anyway. So I end up making a really ballsy play and going for the Bullet Punch, hoping that he would Ultra Burst here, because if he had stayed in his regular form, yeah, I would have been faster than him. But by going for the Bullet Punch, it might have allowed him to revenge kill me, and I had to go for the Bullet Punch there if he was Ultra Necrozma, because after Ultra Bursting, Ultra Necrozma outspeeds Lucario, and he would have been able to just annihilate me with a Photon Geyser or Light that burns the sky. So I did get the 50-50 there correct, was able to knock out the Ultra Necrozma. In comes the Kyogre. The close combat damage will guarantee put this Kyogre in range of where my Marshadow will be able to come in and easily finish off this Primal Kyogre, and that is going to be the extremely narrow 1-0 in my favor. Win or lose, I would have uploaded this because it was still a really good game, and I think it definitely came down to that turn of, is he gonna Mega Evolve as I Bullet Punch, or is he gonna stay in his regular form expecting me to Bullet Punch? And luckily he did end up Ultra Bursting there, and I was able to knock him out. So very, very good game to Syvird, man. Luckily now I've been able to figure out the the Arceus problem thanks to one of my good friends, so I will be able to finally use Arceus on Wi-Fi and not have to replace it with other mons and make the teams kind of subpar. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this awesome battle. Make sure to hit that like button down below, answer the comment question of the day, and of course if you have the time, check out the 20k video I did upload before this one. So yeah, thank you all again, guys. I promise this is the last time I'll say thank you. I promise. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see y'all tomorrow with 2 more uploads. So later, everybody.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends, it's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks. Yeah. 6 foot hacks. Yeah. 6 foot hacks.